After watching Tomorrowland, at the end of the movie I was like, you know what? The whole movie is about creative people and how you should be creative, and if you have something, an idea that you want to go for, you should go for it. And by the end of the movie I was like, damn, I'm one uncreative asshole. Tomorrowland. So Tomorrowland is a new sci-fi film that's directed by Brad Bird, who directed The Incredibles and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. From the two trailers that I saw of the movie, I was like, wow, this movie looks original and it looks pretty damn awesome. So I went to see the movie and I gotta say, it's okay. It's not bad actually. I'm not saying this movie is a disappointment because I was not anticipating the movie to be phenomenal. But I do gotta say there were some points throughout the movie I was like, this is kind of disappointing. But overall the movie is good. First off, I gotta give points off for this movie being original. Because it's not a sequel, it's not part of a franchise. Tomorrowland is its own thing. And the story that Brad Bird told, I was like, wow, this movie's, I'll give this point for being original and refreshing. And the movie visually is beautiful to watch. The special effects in this movie and the way the city is built in Tomorrowland in the actual film, you're like, wow. This is beautiful to see. Like, I could imagine how it would look in 3D, but the way the movie looked and the way it was shot by the cinematographer was mind-boggling to watch. You're just right there in awe, like the same way the characters are reacting, you're like, wow, this is amazing. And the acting was really good from the actors. George Clooney and this girl, Britt Robertson, those two were really good. The two bounced off of each other really great. And Britt Robertson, at first, she starts up as the lead, and she actually does a really great job. I mean, I haven't seen her in any movies besides this, but she was actually really good. And she actually went toe-to-toe with George Clooney. She was actually able to handle her own with George Clooney. And the kid actors, the child actors in this movie were not bad. The characters were actually interesting to learn about. You know, you're like, wow, these characters, Brad Bird knows how to write characters. So you actually see their full arc. And by the end of the movie, you're like, wow, I actually like these characters a lot. And also too, the score was really great. And the story for the most part was actually really, really interesting to watch. Because the whole movie's based around imagination, like being creative. Because the movie's about Britt Robertson trying to find a bright future, trying to find Tomorrowland. Because you know how nowadays every movie that's set around the future's always got to be a post-apocalyptic movie. Now there are flaws with the movie, yeah, there are flaws. And when the movie first started, I wasn't a big fan of the way they were telling the story. Because at first it was just George Clooney coming up and saying, okay, here's the story of me as a kid and blah blah blah. And the way it just started, I was like, you didn't need to start off that line. You could have just started off right away with Britt Robertson with her character. You didn't need to start off with all this unnecessary stuff. And when they go into George Clooney's character's backstory, that could have been part later in the film. You didn't need to show it right in the beginning of the movie. I think that would have been great if you showed it later in the movie. But they already showed it right in the beginning. I was like, that just feels uneven. And they just switched to Britt Robertson's story. I didn't like the way they started it off. But I gotta say, the first and second act were really strong because it was an adventure. You were having fun with this movie. And then once they get into Tomorrowland, that's when the movie starts to lose its flavor. Like the first and second acts were really strong. It was a lot of fun. But then once it gets into the third act, when they actually get into Tomorrowland, you're kind of left underwhelmed. Because once they get into there, you're like, alright, we're here. And then it just kind of falls flat. Like you're not having that much fun as you did with the first and second act. So overall, Tomorrowland is a pretty fun film. It's filled with great visuals to look at, stunning CGI, stunning cinematography, a great score, great acting. While the first and second act are really great and the third act falls flat, the movie is still pretty fun. And I actually got to give points for it being original. It's not a sequel and it's not part of a franchise. So you got to give points to that. So I'm going to give Tomorrowland a B. It is a fun film that if you and your family want to go out and see and just have some fun, by all means, go watch Tomorrowland. So guys, that's my review for Tomorrowland. What did you guys think of the movie? Did you guys like it? Or were you really excited for the movie and did it let you down? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. As always, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice day.